Now ask your question.
Hello, Ms. Thailand.
Hello.
What is kinesiology?
Kinesiology.
All right, you better tell us.
So kinesiology is the science that studies human movement. So I did a very general major where I studied a bit of everything. So anatomy and physiology, nutrition,
Language?
Not exactly. No, it's more to do with the movement, like personal training or adaptive physical activity for even kids with disabilities.
Oh.
So like for example, and also a bit of physiotherapy. So for example, if you have weak knees, then what type of activities can you do?
To strengthen.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. I'm just curious, Ms. Thailand.
Yes?
Your last name, what is that?
Druin? Oh, so it's my father's last name. He's French-Canadian. My father, yes, he's from Quebec.
So you speak French?
Oh, I'm learning, unfortunately. I'm still in the learning process. Just a little bit.
You speak Thai?
Yes, I speak Thai. Sawadika.
Oh,
Sawadika.
you don't have any accent.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good to know.
I like in your info video your concept of Mother Earth as an extension of the home. What are your, let's say, top 3 tips of how at home we can make a real difference in our daily lives?
Well, definitely changing to an LED bulb and also saving energy via, it could be turning off the lights or just saving water. But actually the one that I really like most is the living room. Originally I wanted to say think of Mother Earth as an extension of your living room, because when you're in the living room the family does activities together and you're really sharing the energy right there, and most of the activities you do as a family, it's pretty much like board games or just talking, and it's not really doing any like video games or anything that's using energy.
Ms. Thailand, you're very fine.
Oh, thank you.
Which means beautiful. How effective is beauty, in your opinion, in actually achieving goals, environmental goals in society?
Well, personally, I don't think beauty leads to success as much as intelligence, the ability to inspire and motivate people. So beauty it can catch your attention like initially, but in order to keep them really just knowing about us and just staying with us and stay motivated and inspired, it's to do with what you say and the words you choose to say to help that action.
Ms. Thailand, I have been a big fan of your late king.
Yes.
And he had a lot of environmental programs.
Yes.
What have you learned from him?
What have I learned from him? So definitely the sufficiency economy philosophy. It's to really just live the middle ground, be reasonable, think about other people and not take advantage. So one of the lessons that I learned was dreams are probably one of the things that some people may only have, so don't destroy dreams. And that's one of the things I use today. Like some people just have the environment as a way to live their dreams, and if we destroy the environment, then what else, what hope do we leave for them?
Time's up. Thank you very much, Ms. Thailand. And now...
Okay, I'll do the first. So one of the biggest problems in Indonesia is deforestation and the conversion of a lot of lands to palm oil plantations, and to that extent the gorillas are affected, a lot of biodiversity are affected. What is your view on this kind of industry?
On the palm oil industry, if I may ask for clarification? Yes, in my opinion, in regards to deforestation itself, it is definitely a huge prominent issue, and one of the main causes of deforestation is in fact the palm oil industry. However, in my opinion, aside from the palm oil industry itself, there are a lot of other issues or causes that have to be mitigated along with palm oil industry. And in my opinion, the way that we tackle this is in fact through the government and the law enforcement, because the source of it is through the law enforcement and concrete action and care from the government towards deforestation and the palm oil industry. Therefore, it must be mitigated and also find other issues for the locals to find the income and for the other economic industries for it to prosper.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
I've asked this question earlier, but I want to pick your brain a bit. If someone were to give you a choice, what would you choose as a gift? A bicycle or a car?
Well, I think put in the environmental context, of course, a bicycle. And in my opinion, the reason why I choose bicycle is because it helps promote the environmental awareness. And aside from promotion, it is a way for me, myself, to implement the 5 R's and also be a good role model for the students or for children and for others to see. However, aside from the bicycle, it also has to have support from the country itself, from the infrastructure. But in Indonesia, a way to tackle this issue is by being one of the first to use the bicycle. And here I would definitely choose the bicycle over the car because it does prove to be a means of the 5 R's or the implementation of the 5 R's. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Indonesia.
Thank you.
We're the 2 archipelagic countries of Southeast Asia, the Philippines and Indonesia. What would you say are the shared cultural values perhaps our people would have?
Well, seeing from personal experience being here, my stay here for 3 weeks in the Philippines, and a bit of research prior to coming here in the Philippines, I see that there are several similarities in the historical context, in the physical context, even in the language, the culture. Historically, we were once a part of together, yes, the Malays, and that's why I guess a lot of similarities. But aside from that, the language as well, because say for example, the languages like mata, bibir, hidung, very similar, and also the food and the culture. When it comes to our cultural similarities, it's abundant. But of course, even in the environmental issues, it is also very prominent that there are similarities because of the similarities in the environment and our apologies, in the environment itself, but also the issues because of Indonesia's transboundary pollution day, for example. So a lot of similarities between the two countries and archipelagic states.
Did you bring a sample of your blue paper with you that you show in your eco video?
Unfortunately, I did not bring. However, it is actually, if I'm not mistaken, there is also in Thailand. So it's starting to expound, yeah. But it's actually newly established in Indonesia. So if you do come to Indonesia, then maybe I can show it to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
Last month in Xi'an.
Oh, cool.
You
You like China?
Yeah, of course.
You eat right there, right? Did you eat something special food there?
Well, the scorpions.
Oh.
But no. My question is, because I'm amazed with the culture of China, how would you use your culture to protect not only the environment of China, but of the planet? How to protect the planet? What is it in your culture? Because I know that China has been using their own cultures to make it known, and there's quite a balance of development and cultural preservation. How would you use it in maximize it?
Yeah, as everyone knows that China has 5,000 years of culture. So most of the people want, because I'm living abroad as well, most of the time I talk with a friend that said China is like what's right now, how it's going to be, but they may also reply to me, China is like the image that they imagine that before like 5,000 ago. The only thing that China has traditional things, you dress up like a really like a traditional way. For me, I feel that we have to find a new, because we are already new generation. We want to deliver our culture in different kind of way. We have our own culture, but we want to make that a new deliberation, like we're going to explain all the people, we have new technology. We want to be more open to lots of people. We communicate with the international people. We want to them know we're going to use a new deliberation way to show our culture, Chinese culture, to more and more people. So first of all, related to our planet, we're going to do, for right now, China already changed the policy of many things.
So we organize everything. We want to invite more people come to China to know what's happening in China right now. We change the policy of the environment. We change the policy of the enterprise. So we change also the company of the policy, everything. Make people know that China can to make a lot of movement from government, from public, make a green life concerts, more and more people to know that. So we're going to working on many directions. For example, we're going to working on the communication. We send a lot of message, and also like girl like me and Miss China, we want to deliver the message to all the people that we're going to have this volume to fight. China is changed this year. We're going to go further in different kind of way. For example, we're going to go out abroad in different kind of language to send the message. We're going to invite lots of people come to China. We're going to have lots of change in multicultural company to communicate with each other. So we want to have many different kind of solutions. Let people know now China is not old China anymore. We're going to give them the new good in price. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Time's up. Thank you very much, Miss China.
So some last question.
Yeah.
I've also noticed a new kind of China when it comes to the environment, and it's also mentioned. In terms of the illegal wildlife trade, the rhino horn and the elephant tusk, what are some of the arguments that you have to reach with Chinese people? Some of the things that you would want to say to them to try to convince those that are still doing it to change their habits?
Yeah, for us, like most of the, like China, we have 1.4 billion people there. So you can't only limit it that lots of people are well educated. Some people are not delivering the message reach them. So what we're going to do is we slightly young new model to let people know we have to follow them. Like for example, us, we are Miss Earth. Most of us is the influence for more people. We want to deliver the message of green life to more people. Let them follow us, because right now the social media have the power for many things. So if the people follow us, they like us, they got to understand what we want to deliver it. This is more quickly and more effective way for more and more people in China. We're going to reach 1.4 billion at maybe one night or maybe one action. So this is a new international world, and it's also new China want to deliver it to the world. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
India internationally 6 times in the field of climate change, sustainable development, women empowerment, and modeling.
Good evening, judges.
Good evening, Ms. India. Would you say your country has gone a long way regarding gender equality?
I personally believe that a country like India, we are a patriarchal society. We have been that for a while, but considering the fact that I'm sitting in front of you today, and I am an example of the fact that India has come a long way when it comes to gender equality. I myself taught children in the poorest of the poor slums, one of the largest slums in India, and I have seen that even those households who come from really backward and low economic conditions are now recognizing that a girl can do as much as a boy can, and are giving them encouragement to follow their dreams. So India has come a long way and continues to grow when it comes to gender equality, and we are giving a lot of opportunities, especially even our government, our Prime Minister, including the Chief Minister of my own state. They have this thing called Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, which means educate and empower the girl child, which is something that they're promoting all over the country right now. So yes, I'd agree with that.
Miss India, there are a lot of similarities between Philippines and India, including poverty. What would you tell a little girl, let's say at the age of 5, about how she should visualize her future? What would you really impart to someone like her, considering that she comes from a poor family?
I think again I would just like to go back to the fact that I have had the opportunity to work with these children coming from the very poor households who have been victims of violence and abuse in their communities. And when I have interacted with such children, I have realized that what you have to tell each one of them is that it's their grit and determination that will get them out of any circumstances that they're facing, and they need to go out and reach out to as many people that they can. One thing I truly believe that will empower people within the Philippines and even in India is just an education, a good education and a mentor in every single country. And this could be anyone, you or me or just anyone. And as countries, Philippines and India both need to take initiatives because we have enough people to take care of the rest of the people who are poor. But we need to encourage these people to take action.
I have another follow-up question. I see a common pattern that in third world countries, people are more concerned about the next meal they'll be eating versus caring for the environment. So how do you shift the mindset, or what would you say to people that really are surviving in life versus caring for our environment?
I have struggled with this myself quite a lot because I feel when you go out and spread environmental awareness, people take it as something external to them. And I personally believe that environmental, just being sustainable is a matter of making it a way of your life and not keeping it like as something different. So it's just that people who are even living in poverty or difficult conditions, there have to be policies that have to be implemented, that have to be in place for them so that they're able to exercise a sustainable life without having to worry about the fact that it's an external thing to them. So whether it is when it comes to health and sanitation or just water use or air pollution or things around them, they're only accustomed to what they have seen around them, and that needs to change, and we as people and the government needs to change that. But in terms of meals, this is a difficult problem in both of our countries because we are struggling with resources. The people who have the power and the resources need to not be wasteful with what they have, and they need to use those resources to give these meals and education and literacy and these things to the people who are poor. So we all have to work together. But I think it has to be a way of life and not something separate from ourselves.
Thank you, Miss India.
Miss India, very exciting. Last news yesterday, at the end of the big wildlife conference here in Manila, was that the next host for the conference will be India. So this one, before Manila was Quito in Ecuador, the next one will be in India. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing lots of advocacy and work.
This was a wildlife conference?
Yes.
I think it would be an absolutely wonderful platform because the government of India has close to 700 national parks right now, and forest protected areas, they have worked tremendously on bringing up tiger population from 1,000 a couple of years back to over 3,000. We are 70% of the world's tiger population right now. We've worked on endangered species widely, and I think India would just be a fantastic place. We have the one-horned rhino, we have the tiger, we have Asian elephants. It's just a wonderful place for wildlife conservation, and I'm so glad that India would be hosting this particular conference.
Thank